Today I'm staying overnight in a hotel British people absolutely hate. It's ranked bottom out of all the British hotel chains for 11 years in a row. Just closed down at that point. Why are you still open? The hotel I'm referring to is, of course, the one, the only Britannia Hotels. Sort of ironic, really, it's called Britannia, given the fact that British people hate it. The only way this place could be hated more by British people is if it was called France. So I'll be staying here for the night to try and find out why people despise this place. I mean, it can't be that bad, can it? I mean, this place has got an indoor pool. It's got a pool, it must be good. That's how it works, isn't it? Having said that, it does kind of look like the outside of a prison. But let's not judge a book by its cover. That might not even be the hotel. I mean, I think it is, but it might not be. Let's pop inside, let's check in, let's see what our room's gonna be like. Just checked in. Insert card. Swipe card down. This doesn't seem to be working. Why does it say insert the card but then also swipe it down? I'm just going to go back to reception. Great start. Okay, so apparently I was doing it wrong. I was trying to put it in like that. Actually, you're supposed to put it in like that. There we go. Right, okay, this is our room. We'll go into the bathroom in a second, but over here we have got ourselves the bedroom. We've got ourselves a lovely sort of double bed that doesn't really look like a double bed. I think it's a double bed. It's got two pillows on it, so I'm calling it a double bed. Over here you have the latest in plasma screen technology. It is, of course, the big brand Finlux. They're probably massive in Bulgaria or something. No, Finlux is all the rage these days. Do you not have a Finlux TV? Then you're missing out. I've never heard of Finlux, I'm going to be honest. And over here we have a gorgeous view on these slightly stained curtains. Lovely. Yes, a field. Look at this, wow. We even have our own little roof. This is bizarre. This is very... This is weird. We're in a hotel with a field out the back. And, oh, a spider. Luckily on the outside. That's tonight's entertainment. Watching it build its web. Oh, don't get scared now, spider. Got a camera-shy spider there. Lovely. Oh, I think it's got something stuck in its web. I think it's found a fly, look. It's chowing down on a fly. What a nutter. Wall's crumbling to pieces. This could do with just something happening to it. I don't know what. I'm not a DIY expert, but just do something to it. Look at this. Oh, right into the cracks there. Lovely. And then on the other side, we have got... I don't know, is that a bug? Is that blood? I don't know. Either way, it's not good. I can tell you that, it's not good. We'll probably leave this alone for now. I think with this kind of hotel room, I think it's best to look as little into the details as possible in order to have a good night's sleep. Oh, God, that drawer nearly came out. So this is a drawer which feels like it's sort of hanging off. Yeah, that's never good when a drawer does that. Oh God, a hairdryer. Daren't even touch that. Is that a holster for the hairdryer? It looks like it. I daren't even touch that. Oh, we got ourselves into it. Over here we've got tissues, probably to wipe back the tears on another lonely night. We have, of course, got climate control. I mean, that looks like it's from sort of Chernobyl or something like that, that kind of era. Oh, I love this. This is a lovely little feature on the wall here. I've always wanted a sort of mounted information holder. Well, I've always dreamt of that. In here we have a place to hold the controller. Very modern, this. Very modern. A directory, because it is the 1990s. Energy conservation. Literally nobody cares. Maintenance issues. Well, I don't think the line is long enough to fit all the maintenance issues in here on there. And then, of course, a postcard. I mean, Jesus, a postcard from Britannia Hotels, Leeds. I mean, that tells you the target demographic, doesn't it? The sort of people who still send postcards. This place is really for your grandma and granddad's era. Who sent a postcard? Ever? Under the age of 30. Over here we do have some tea making facilities and your coffee and all that. We've also got a mini fridge. Hang on a second. What's going to be in here? Okay. Oh, okay, there actually is stuff in here. Some cans of Coke and Flumps, an already opened packet of Flumps in my fridge. Shouldn't the cleaner have taken that out? That's a low. Who puts flumps in the fridge, by the way? What sort of war crime are you committing there? I mean, flumps in the fridge? Flumps in a fridge? That's below my mind. I don't think I can move on from flumps in a fridge. Inside the wardrobe, probably a dead body at this rate. Okay, we've got an ironing board and an iron. And we do actually have a little safe here. Look, to be honest, I've seen hotel rooms have more basic facilities than this. But it is also a bit like run down. Into the bathroom. We've got ourselves a lovely big mirror. Jesus, I can barely get through into the room. And in here we've got a shower. Look at that lovely shower. And a massive bath. I say a massive bath, it's a bath-sized bath. It's not massive, it's just a normal bath. Shower curtain. I've got a bit of a phobia of shower curtains. It's just weird, isn't it? It's just weird that we've got a curtain in a bathroom in the 21st century. It's just bizarre. It's the feeling of it as well, and when it goes all mouldy, ooh. This one looks clean, it looks pretty new to be fair to it. Press and hold to flush. They just love it when they tell you how to flush a toilet. Really holding the people who stay here in high regard. On to the soaps, and Britannia hotels have their own little soaps. Look at this. Bath and shower gel. I don't think it has a flavour, to be honest with you. I think it's just gel, just shower gel. Which is the novelty, isn't it? Hand and body lotion, again, let's not bother with a flavour. And we've got a soap, we've got a bog standard soap. This place has gone up in my estimations now. It's not messing about with your soaps, it's just going, do you know what? We're just a soap. No faffing about, no apricot, no aubergine, or whatever people are putting in soaps these days. It's just a soap. I mean, the sink has probably seen better days, I'd argue. But look, let me tell you more about this hotel, because there is actually quite a bit to say here. Like I said, they've got a pool here, they've got a gym here, and they've also got loads of extra charges as well. For example, the Wi-Fi isn't free. The Wi-Fi is free in reception and public areas. Helpful. I'm going to just go stand in reception and tweet misinformation from there, am I? I want to do it for my bedroom, I want to do it for the comfort of this lovely sort of double bed. If you do want Wi-Fi, you have to pay for it like it's 2006. I mean, crazy. Wi-Fi can't, oh god, it's like one of those sticky menus you get. Ugh, oh Jesus. The pass can be bought via Wi-Fi login screen and costs £7 per 24 hours per device. Mental. Absolutely mental. Now, it's becoming clear very quickly that nobody willingly stays at Britannia Hotel, and that it is only used for people who are perhaps in the witness protection programme or something like that, desperately escaping their circumstances and have, grassed in the rest of the cartel. I've managed to find another little lovely leaflet, of which there are many. In this heavily stained leaflet, they have business services. Photocopying is available from reception at 20p per sheet. Isn't that good of them? They do photocopying in a hotel. I'm sure they do that at the Ritz. Have a little photocopy, 20p, cash in, anything for an extra few quid. I mean, photocopying. Imagine that being one of the services you offer. Now, I asked about breakfast and dinner, which you can eat here at the hotel, and I said, is breakfast dinner through that way? And she said, yes, it is, but I should warn you, there's a coach party arriving at 6:30. Who's bringing a coach party to Britannia Hotel for dinner? What's happening? Coach load of old people? I don't know. We can comfortably accommodate meetings of 2 delegates. What sort of delegates are coming here? Or banquets for up to 200, right? Who's having a banquet here at Britannia Hotels? Interestingly, it doesn't actually mention the fact it's got a swimming pool and a gym, which to me would be pretty high up on the things you mention. Right, okay, let's check out this bed. I'm not overly optimistic about it, to be honest with you. It doesn't feel great. Ooh. Yeah, it's not good news. It does feel like the sort of mattress that you find in a skip. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got that feeling to it. Sort of a little bit like a spongy concrete kind of vibe, which is nice, isn't it? Just popped into the bathroom, had another look at the bath, and look what I've found. Look at this. That is not good. And nor is that here either. 2 hairs. That is a long, wiry hair. So is that. Turns out this place has lots of hairs. It's more of a barber's than it is a bathroom, honestly. What a dump. Anyway, we are going to go for a little swim before dinner, see what the leisure facilities are like here. But I've just remembered, I've got to tell you how much this place costs. I couldn't really remember myself, so I've just had to look how much I paid. £132 for one night for one person. I think I've been ripped off. That includes breakfast, which is about 12 quid, about 120 for the room. How's that possible? Anyway, let's go for a swim. Right, okay, just got back from the swimming pool and spa, can you call it? It's not really. Now I'm topless because I decided to come back in my trunks and my t-shirt's now got wet because it's touched the trunks, but I've hung the t-shirt up because I need it for dinner, but just shush and just listen, okay? Thoughts on the pool and spa area. Basically I paid £4 to go in and £2 to hire a towel, which I don't think is too bad, £6 really, for unlimited time in a pool. And I was quite optimistic. When I walked in, I saw it was empty. There's a jacuzzi here as well. Then I sort of looked closer in detail, sort of like brown, looked a bit manky around the edge of the pool. Jacuzzi didn't work, so it was just like a hot body of water. Now what I will say is I was impressed that the indoor pool was actually warm. I was impressed by that, and the jacuzzi was like another level of warmness. So in that sense I was quite impressed. Wasn't too impressed with the locker rooms. I realised that there was nowhere to actually get changed in there, so you have to basically strip naked, just sort of out there openly in public. Got to get the testes out in front of the lads. Luckily there was no one else in there. I think, well, I've been in here five minutes or so now. There's nobody around. I don't think there's anybody in the gym. Nobody around. I'll just get changed. Quick as a flash. Quickly get the shorts off the pants, both at the same time. Get the trunks on. Just as I'm getting the trunks on, anus hanging out. Door opens. That's not an alarm. It should have been an alarm. Crack out. But no, like, door opens. Guy walks in. I think he saw me crack. I didn't see him though, because my crack was facing the door. I'd rather go crack first than ball first. He saw me hairy crack. Probably. Who knows? Didn't make eye contact with him after that, obviously. But he left pretty quick. He got in, got out. Anyway, time to go for a shower, and then we're going to go for dinner. Going to go wash off the sort of rankness. Did a few laps at the pool though, so that was worth the £6. Wow, just had a shower and I'm not sure I feel any cleaner, to be honest with you. Got in there and I realised that, first of all, the shower curtain isn't clean. It isn't new. You can actually tell that it's got mould all down the bottom of it, which is why I don't like shower curtains, because they go mouldy so easily. So that was fun. Had that in the shower with me. And then secondly, the shower towel had stains on it. Orange stains on the towel. Now, I don't know what those stains are, but you certainly wouldn't expect that on your towel. I mean, it's just basics. I'm not even convinced this place has been cleaned before I've been in here. I mean, the carpets don't look particularly clean. The bathroom didn't. There's hairs everywhere. It isn't great. It does not make you feel like you're in a particularly clean environment. Now, don't get me wrong. For a night, it's fine. It's obviously cheap. Actually, no, it's not cheap, is it? It's not cheap. It doesn't even have that. It's just bad. And now I'm going to go see what dinner's like here. Hopes are not high. Let's just put it that way. Right, let's talk about dinner. So first of all, I didn't realise that it's actually included in the price that I paid, so that was another £17 for a 3-course. So the room probably came to just over £100 by itself. But let's talk about dinner, because it wasn't good. Now look, for some context, I'm not expecting this to be a Michelin star place, okay? But in terms of the hotel chains out there, this isn't good. I've just been served food that can only be described as care home food. It's hospital food. It's food for those that are dying. It's canteen food. Let's not dress it up. It's not a restaurant. In fact, they should take all the signs down in the hotel that say restaurant. It's not a restaurant. It's a canteen. You go help yourself. You pick a starter, either soup or salad. Have the salad. Yeah, stale. You know, stale salad. It was edible. But the thing is, like, it's not even sort of like Premier Inn level. It makes Premier Inn look Michelin star. But I just like the fact that the demographic of people in the restaurant canteen, they're mainly
your Joe Bidens of this world. They're members of the Biden community. They're not necessarily all there, and that's why you can serve them that food. That's why you can get away with serving canteen level food, because I had lasagna for my main. Now, if I say to you it's school dinner lasagna, you know exactly what I mean. Everyone's had it before. You know the difference between school canteen lasagna and homemade mama's lasagna. This was the former. It felt like it was sort of yesterday's food. But it's weird though, because the waiters are wearing waistcoats. Where do they think we are? It's not that sort of place. Just be honest and just say, do you know what? Polo. Wear a polo. But you get that feeling with this hotel, there's this sort of illusion of like grandness that they've tried to portray, like in the main entrance. And then you get closer and you realise, oh no, this place sort of smells like urine. It smells like an old people's home. These aren't smells that you're supposed to smell in a hotel. They're not sponsoring this video. And for dessert, I'm pleased to report that the gâteau was actually quite good, but they were very stingy on the slices. It wasn't a thick slice. I snuck a little half in there, not gonna lie. Snuck a half in there, no one was watching. It was unguarded gâteau, so I just dived in. My issue is the price isn't right. If you're gonna serve that quality, the price has to be lower. But once again, the old people won't notice. They're used to that food. Most old people, they eat ready meals at home. If any, they're probably thinking, oh, well, this is good, isn't it, Janet? This is good. No, it's a throwback to the wall, this, Janet. No, it's not. It's not. It's not a throwback to anything. Pop it in the bin. No, look, it wasn't that bad. It was canteen food. It was school dinner food. That's fine. But just make it cheap. So yeah, look, not impressed with the quality of the food. Probably made that quite clear at this point. I mean, when I said early on that this is a place for people who come into witness protection, that might be the most accurate thing I've ever said. Okay, it's 11 PM now, and I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to see what it's like sleeping on this concrete slab of a bed. Hopefully a good night's sleep, and tomorrow morning we're going to try the breakfast, and then of course we will conclude and see whether I think it's perhaps correct to be the UK's worst chain hotel. But for now, good night. Morning. It's 8 o'clock. Didn't sleep that great last night, to be honest with you. Doesn't help that the mattress isn't very comfortable. It's a bit of a throwback to the days where, you know, cavemen used to sort of, well, live in caves. And that's kind of how it feels. So in that sense, it's quite nice to sort of go back to the olden days. But in another sense, it's really painful on the back. So I kept waking up during the night. Didn't really sleep clean through, but at the same time, you know, nobody broke in, so, you know, take the positives. Fingers crossed I don't have bed bugs. And on that note, let's go get breakfast, see what breakfast has to offer, because the food last night was great. Okay, I'm changed, I'm ready to go. I've not bothered having a shower because I'm not convinced it actually makes any cleaner here, to be honest with you. And also, one thing I didn't mention yesterday is the shower is just ridiculously hot. It doesn't change in temperature, can't seem to lower it, it just stays burning hot, so you can't even stand under it anyway. Brilliant. Let's go get breakfast. Right, okay, just got back from breakfast, and you know what? Surprisingly, quite good. Now don't get me wrong, it's not like Premier Inn level, there's not as much choice as a Premier Inn, probably slightly better quality at the Premier Inn, but actually not bad at all. And I was wrong on the bacon, the bacon was crispy, and that's unusual to see in the modern game. Hotels nowadays, they just go lightly cooked, get all flabby and fatty around the edges. No, let's char the thing, which I quite like. But you know what, surprisingly that was actually quite good, and I was actually quite impressed by the croissant here. Really, a lot of these sort of hotel chains, they're not usually that good. They're usually stale and dry and just pointless. Whereas actually here, it was soft on the inside, it was buttery. Overall, that breakfast, okay, it wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good, considering everything else, eh? Considering the food I had last night, that breakfast actually was much better. I don't know if it's 12 quid. 11? 10? It's still an old people demographic. When you walk around here, it does feel like you're invading an old people's home or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's weird, you don't feel like you should be here without a lanyard. I am now going to go check out before I get riddled with some disease. And I will give you my honest thoughts on this place outside. Right, okay, we have finished up at Britannia Hotel. Let me give you my thoughts on this place.
Look, it has been voted as the worst hotel chain 11 years in a row in Britain. And I can see why, to be honest, especially given the fact that this is actually probably one of the better Britannia hotels in the country in terms of its rating online. So if you bear in mind that as well, this is one of the good ones. It's not great, is it? And don't get me wrong, like, you've got to have cheaper options, but this place wasn't even that cheap in the end. Ended up costing me 132, including dinner, including breakfast, including the Wi-Fi as well, which I only figured that out as I left. It is a lot of money, basically 100 quid or just under 100 quid for something that doesn't really deliver. I mean, a Premier Inn is far better than this place, and you pay probably less than you would here. You know, the carpets were dirty, the curtains were dirty, it doesn't look a particularly nice place from the outside. Is it fair that it's been voted the worst hotel chain 11 years in a row? Simple answer, yes. Anyway, get me a taxi. Oh dear. I'll have to have a shower when I get in, I think. Britannia Hotel, never again.